Hi, just another quick one on how to identify and defeat an internet troll. I'll leave a link in the description. Fair use, educational purposes. That applies to the person, but I'm not a person, I'm a man, so. But anyway, it is what it is. Have you ever met an internet troll? A troll is a special class of sociopath. These nasty individuals are the sadistic ne'er-do-wells of the digital realm. The misanthropic misfits of information age. Unlike a normal individual, when a troll enters an online discussion, he is not seeking truth or clarification. He usually doesn't know how to debate in an intelligent manner. We get this a lot with these trolls on this subject. Some of them try and debate in an intelligent manner, but you can tell they're not intelligent because they're being logically fallacious, and as soon as you point that out, they seem a bit too. They're either doing it on purpose because they're a paid troll and they're trying to deceive, or they're what they call it. They're just not bright enough to get it. They're not bright enough. They're not intelligent enough. They're not bright enough to get that. They're being logically fallacious. I think I'd rather go with the first one, that they're on task. But some of them are probably just there and they don't realise that they're being logically fallacious. They don't realise they're being a sophist and stuff like that. All he wants to do is inflict pain, ridicule and humiliation on a targeted individual. Encountering an internet troll can be a disturbing, even frightening experience for someone who has not had to deal with one. It can be an unexpected event, a strange twist that takes a discussion to a whole other level. You are taken off guard and find yourself struggling to defend yourself instead of exploring a topic. You're posting comments on a blog, forum or social media platform like Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. Other platforms are available. There are probably other people expressing themselves, some agreeing with you and cheering you on. Others disagreeing with you and trying to debunk your assertions. Yeah, they can try, but they're not going to succeed, are they, really, to be honest? The conversation is heated or passionate, but civilised. Strong opinions are stated and countered, and with strident points of view. Suddenly, someone usually anonymous or using a nickname, a pseudonym, starts attacking you. They may use filthy language, wild insults, and crazy misinterpretations. Often they will put words in your mouth along the lines of, "So what you are saying is," or "nut jobs like you are only interested in." The main tool of the troll is accusation. It's a form of psychological torture to break you down by turning your words against you, twisting your statements, and pounding away at one aspect of your viewpoint. No matter what you declare, the troll will question you as an individual. Understand this immediately. It's you as an individual that they are attacking. You as a man or a woman that they are attacking as an individual. Personal attacks are often banned in forums and not tolerated in blogs and social networks. Administrators tend to block and remove anyone who engages in trollish behaviour. The troll doesn't care. Trolls don't follow the rules or terms of service. They jump from one platform and one conversation thread to another, causing as much damage as possible. If they get kicked off a site, they'll try to return using a different username or a different computer. A different sock account. Yep. Trolls are easy to recognise by their mode of operation. They will never compliment you for a smart statement or admit that your question is difficult to respond to, or tone down their rhetoric with a smiley emoticon. Trolls accuse and insult. Trolls needle you relentlessly. They love to flame others. They enjoy causing grief, making another individual feel bad. Trolls will quickly move from serious discussion about an issue to a sustained personal assault. Ad hominem attacks. The goal of a troll is to disrupt an online discussion, picking on one individual or on everyone who expresses a particular point of view. Trolls will also invade a presentation on a live video conferencing channel or on audio podcast where people can phone in and ask the presenter questions. We've seen this a lot. If you watch Beyond the Imaginary Curve, you'll see he's got the phone on and these trolls are ringing in and that. Yeah. I've started having a phone on mine now. I'm gonna see if I bet I get some trolls ringing in. Recently, I encountered my first audio troll on my internet radio broadcast on Blog Talk Radio. My topic just happened to be dealing with trolls. This isn't me. Obviously, this is the person that wrote this. Well, sorry, the individual that wrote this thing. Someone called into this guy's online studio and connected him to his show. Immediately, instead of thanking me for taking his call, he started accusing me. You haven't mentioned the intelligent troll. Why is that? He asked, all pompous, with a deep professional voice. I replied, These are good replies. These I like these. They made me smile. There is no such thing as an intelligent troll, sir. That's a contradiction. It's an oxymoron, an impossibility. And it is. There's no such thing as an intelligent troll. It is an oxymoron. I let him pester me for several minutes, mainly to demonstrate to my audience how the guy was a troll, how he behaved, and how to mess with a troll. I kept hammering away at how an intelligent person doesn't pick fights with people just for a sadistic thrill. He kept trying to advance the idea that intelligent trolls exist and should be respected for their high IQ. Sorry, I had to laugh there. Fuck's sake. High IQ. These trolls wouldn't know what an IQ was if it come up and slapped him in the face with its. I set a trap for him. I asked, "Do you consider yourself an intelligent troll?" He replied, "I think there's the little troll in everyone." I cut the troll off by saying, "Well, if you have anything more to say about the alleged intelligent troll, go ahead and say it. Otherwise, I'm going to return to the topic of my show." He started to mumble another accusation about how I refuse to acknowledge the intelligent troll, and I hung up on him in mid-sentence. This brings me to the issue of how to defeat a troll. Here are a few quick pointers on troll smashing that you may want to copy and paste into a text editor. Print out and tape to your computer monitor for future reference. Ignore the troll. Just refuse to interact with them. Respond to others in an online discussion, but shun the troll and give no reply to any of his accusations or remarks. Post. Don't feed the trolls in the debate thread and leave the conversation. Let others deal with them if they want. Just identify the troublemaker as a troll and move on to other websites or activities. If a person is trolling you via email, just stop opening and reading their messages. If you can blacklist them, do so. And reporting for abuse or whatever. Keep hammering away at your viewpoint. Harden yourself like steel and never give in. If you want to disturb the troll for a short while, just to give him a taste of his own medicine, you can relentlessly restate your opinion in complete oblivion to anything the troll says, like you're not even reading his remarks. Misrepresent his statements. This is a very effective technique for dealing with a troll and making them upset. You may even provoke the troll to give up and leave the conversation thread. Twist what they say and make it seem like the troll is agreeing with you. I agree, thanks for seeing my point of view. We seem to be on the same page now. That's exactly right. Glad I was able to convert you to my opinion. Praise the troll in a facetious way that translates into not so subtle rebuke. Oh my, you are so incredibly well informed. You are the smartest person in the whole universe, and everyone should sit at your feet and soak up your wisdom. Nobody can argue with you, for you have all the answers. Then sign off and leave the discussion with, "You sad and silly little troll." Remember that the only purpose of a troll is to antagonise and cause trouble. There is no point in trying to reason with a troll. Generally, they are not educated in debate or rhetorical skills. Generally, no, they're not. But we've got these paid trolls that are about, which we know about, which I've shown you in the last few videos I've done. They are educated in debate and rhetorical skills because they use nothing but sophistry and logical fallacy. So I think they've been taught, they've been trained to do that and say them things, or they run into a script or something like that. Yeah. All they want to do is hurl slurs and incriminations. They want to make you angry, upset, confused, and exasperated. They want to take over the conversation and reframe it as an analysis of how bad or stupid you supposedly are. So we get that a lot. But I think a lot of these trolls, even if they're like, what do you call it, like I said before, you point out their logical fallacy and they keep on using it. So they're either not very bright and they don't get the intellectual stuff and they're not very bright, or they're on task, basically. One or the two. Or they're using the logical fallacy of ignoring the evidence and everything else. Saying, oh no, I don't want to hear that. Don't confuse me with facts and stuff like that, you know what I mean? The logical fallacy. Oh, what do they call it now, that logical fallacy? If I remember, I'll come back to it and I'll what do you call it? I'll put it back in a minute. Trolls may have been victimised by a mind control cult based on humiliating people to cause them to go into meltdown mode, so they can replace a personality with their cult's indoctrination. Other times you may suspect that a troll has been abused by a rogue psychiatrist who was keen on dismantling a person's inner self and then manipulating the defenceless victim. See, this one here about trolls may have been victimised by a mind control cult based on humiliating people to cause them to go into meltdown mode. Well, that's the Globe Earth Society, the cult. The Globe Earth cult. Yeah. The cult of society, the religion of heliocentrism. It's all about that. Humiliating people and fear and humiliating people and stuff like that. It's all about that. So that's what the cult's done to these people. No matter what their origin may be, trolls enjoy raining on parades, maliciously pouncing on innocent people and acting like a verbal predator. Trolling can turn into cyberstalking or cyberbullying, intent to cause serious harm or even suicide. Learn how to quickly recognise a troll and you've won half the battle. Mess with them briefly to expose their true nature to others in the audience or the discussion, then kick them to the curb by leaving the conversation. If necessary, report the troll to an administrator. And it's just about the author. There's a little bit about the author here at the bottom. I think that's it. I can't remember what that fallacy is. If I remember, I'll put it in the description. It's basically where it's the one where you give people information, and they just disregard it straight away. They like just brush over it and ignore it and just look past that and go, oh well, you know what I mean, all this lot. And you just like it's a way of thinking like, don't confuse me with facts. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to know, basically. Thank you. Hi, just adding this bit to the end. Deliberate ignorance, that was it. Also closed-mindedness. I don't want to hear it. Motivated ignorance. Tuning out. Hear no evil. See no evil. Speak no evil. The three monkeys fallacy. As described by author and commentator Brian Resnick on Vox.com, 2017. This is the fallacy of simply choosing not to listen, tuning out, or turning off any information, evidence, or arguments that challenge one's beliefs, ideology, standpoint, or peace of mind. Following the popular humorous dictum, don't try to confuse me with the facts. My mind is made up. This seemingly innocuous fallacy has enabled the most vicious tyrannies and abuses over history, and continues to do so today. See also trust your gut, confirmation bias, the third person effect, they're all crooks, the simpleton's fallacy, and the positive thinking fallacy. That was the one I was on about when I couldn't remember. I just remembered as I was just finishing off. So I just thought I'd put it on the end. Okay, so it's a deliberate ignorance fallacy, where they switch off to it and say they don't want to listen, they tune out, turn off any information or evidence or arguments. They don't want to know. That's fallacy of deliberate ignorance. Some people do it because it's the way that people are programmed and everything else. Some people do it because they're on task, so they can't, what they call it, they have to use that fallacy. That's it. Thank you.